Hello friends, welcome to Electrical Design Engineering YouTube channel. This is our lecture number 46 of ETAP free course. In this lecture, we will study about the static motor starting of an induction motor. Before starting this lecture, I want to tell you on this channel you will learn various electrical design softwares like ETAP, Silent Power Factory, PV Syst, Dialux EU, Autocad or Autodesk. First of all, we are presently working on the ETAP and Dialux EU. After these will have complete, we will start remaining softwares. In addition to these softwares, you will learn various electrical design, technical things related to electrical design. Today's topic is static motor starting of an induction motor. The static motor starting of an induction motor is done when you do not have a complete data of induction motor. When you are at the initial stage of your project, at that time you can do static motor starting of an induction motor in ETAP to know the effect of starting of an induction motor in your system, in your power system. Static motor starting is a method used to study the effect of motor starting on the power system when the complete motor data is not available. In this method, ETAP assumes that the high starting current remains constant during the starting time. It represents the worst case scenario of voltage drop caused by the motor starting. You know that when the motor is started, at that time the motor takes very high current, very huge current, and that current gets gradually decreased as the motor gains the speed. But in the static motor starting, what the ETAP considers the starting current, it considers the starting current constant for the starting period. It does not decrease the gradually, it considers it remains constant for the starting period, and uh, considers the worst case scenario of the voltage drop by considering the starting current remains constant throughout the starting period. In the static motor starting analysis, the circuit model and the characteristics model of the motor are ignored. The speed torque and load torque characteristics are also neglected. As you know that in the starting motor starting is done when you do not have a complete data of the motor. When you do not have a complete data of a motor, you cannot able to uh, make a circuit model and characteristic model of an induction motor, so we ignored it, and speed torque and the load torque characteristics are also not available to us, so we also ignored it. These models are ignored in the static motor starting of an induction motor. ETAP assumes a constant local rotor, what I have already told you, current during the starting period to stimulate the worst case voltage drop on the system. Okay. Now go to the ETAP software and perform the static motor starting of an induction motor. This is our model. We have made a very simple model. We are performed also on the dynamic model, is dynamic motor starting on this model also. Now we will perform the static motor analysis of this model also. What are the changes we have made in the dynamic and this model, I will tell you. First of all, you can double click on the grid and go to the short circuit tab. In the short circuit tab, in the dynamic model, we have considered the very strong power grid source, so that our voltage drop will be not, there will be no voltage drop in the starting. But in here I have considered the realistic model, that is 25 kiloamperes of short circuit current and X by R ratio 14.14. I have considered here 50 hertz frequency, and for the 50 hertz frequency, the grid X by R ratio is 14.14. I have explained it in my video, effect of X by R ratio on the short circuit current. On this video, you can watch this video. The link of the video is given in the description and also in the pin comment. You can watch this and you will learn various things about the X by R ratio and DC component of a short circuit current, percentage DC component, how we calculate manually the peak value of short circuit current. Various things you can learn. And from there I have also calculated the X by R ratio for 50 hertz and 60 hertz. So for 50 hertz it comes 14.14, and this is the things you have to change. Here you have to write 25, and here you have to write X by R ratio as 14.14, and then click OK. Then I have changed the motor also here, motor nameplate also here, because the previously in dynamic model our motor was 22 kilowatt. When we performed the static motor analysis, the voltage drop was very low because the kVA rating, kilowatt rating of the motor was very small. So in order to teach you how clearly show voltage drop effect, I take the different nameplate, different motor parameters. These parameters I have changed. You can see here, and you can put these parameters in your model. I have taken these parameters from one of the catalog. This is a catalog. I have considered this type of motor, and this catalog will be available to in the link in the description. You can go for the description link and you will get this catalog. This is the efficiency at 100%, at 3/4%, that is 75%, at 50%, and this is a power factor here at full load, at 100% of load, at 75% of load, and at 50% of load. This is a local total current, and this is a local rotor torque, and this is a pull out torque, and that is a maximum torque. All things are mentioned here. I have considered this motor, this one motor. Okay, I have put this all data here, and I have also put the data here also, the percentage LRC, that is percentage local rotor current, and percentage LR, that is local rotor torque. All the things I have taken from the catalog. And then now you go to the load. Suppose our motor has a, we will consider that our motor has a 10 seconds to start. Takes 10 time to starting. The starting time of the motor is 10 seconds. So we consider at zero load. Initially the load is zero, and after 10 seconds we are putting the full load, and then click OK. Okay, and we go for here. It is run static motor starting. Here first of all you have to first of all you will be in this position, then click on this portion, that is motor acceleration, and then here you can click the run static motor starting. Now this shows the error of due to the voltage drop is very high, so this is the error we can ignore here, and click here motor starting plots. Now I can know because I have already run this one time. I can select here motor and motor ID motor 1, and I am interested in seeing the line current and voltage drop of the bus V bus, and I can click plot. You can see now this is the current. Initially the current is very high. I can take a hairline. You can see initially the current is 652 percentage. This is the current through starting during the starting period, and during the starting well the voltage drop is, you can see the voltage drop is 86.9, almost 87% of the voltage is available. That means our drop is 13. 100 minus 87, that is our drop is around 13%. So you can see starting time is, here it is 1, and here it is you can see here it is 11. That means 11 minus 1, that is 10 seconds what we have entered in the motor starting, in the nameplate, in the motor starting here where I have entered, we have entered in the load, that initially zero load, and after 10 seconds we are applying the full load, that the starting time is 10 seconds. Exactly in the graph 10 seconds is also mentioned here. After the 10 seconds the line current becomes 100%, 101%, and the voltage is 99%. Okay, now we can change one more thing. We can go to the start cat tab, and here we can tick this, and we can put at starting we put 50% of voltage drop, 50% of load, and final will be 100, and we will start putting the load at 1 second. After this motor starts, after 1 second we are putting the load, and within 5 seconds we are putting complete load. So what will be the our now what will be the our starting period or starting time, how much time it will take the motor to start. Now I will show you. Now the ETAP will calculate that thing. Click OK. We can close this graph first and run again. 1 minute. Okay, this was not, no, close and run again. Run starting, motor starting, and I will close again it, and now plot the graph, and you can see, select the motor and take it and current and bus and plot. Now see, now the graph has changed. You can see now the graph has been changed. You can see here what is the time. It is 1 minute. I will consider it is actually 1, and it is 6. 6 minus 1, that is 6 minus 1 is 5 seconds. Now the starting time is reduced from 10 seconds to 5 seconds, because at first we are putting the load 50% in after 1 second, and after 5 seconds we are putting the 100% load. Though our starting time will be now 5 seconds, and this will be the effect of during the starting. Now we will do one more thing. I will show you how the ETAP calculates this starting time. We can change one more thing here. We can change, we put 60% of the load initially, and then 100% of the load. Okay, now our starting time will be now change, and run starting, and generate the graph. No, select it. I will now consider only the VBus plot. Now you can see here, take here line, it is 1, and it is key, what is almost 7, it is 7. 7 minus 1, it is now 6. Now I will tell you how this ETAP has calculated the starting time. Initially, what load we have considered. Initially, what was the starting period of the motor? It was 10 seconds. Okay. Initially, in the first graph, we have put 50% of load, that is 0.50. So starting time is 5. Now after that, we have we have put 60% of load, so we can 10 into 0.6, so our starting time will be 6 seconds. In this way, he calculates the starting time of the induction motor based on the initial load. Thank you.